It's good to see you again. There's a particular frame of reference that we are going to attempt today to perform in the presence of our association with each other. We're at a point in the fundamental teachings of the certainty of the power of your mind to decide that you no longer want to occupy this space, time that has given you that human identity, where it's possible for you to come into a circle of light energy, which hopefully we're going to perform at this time and place, that will show you a new realization of the light, of the power, of the universal application of a divine, unalterable reality of who you really are. I'm offering to you, through my illumination, my certainty of the presence of a light body form next to you within this continuum of time, that by your willingness will demonstrate a sudden revelation that occurs within. Say to me, my revelation is in my memory. Yes, the revelation that I am offering you within the cycle of time that demonstrates your idea about yourself is always instantly available to you, except that you have what? Sequenced in your own mind the idea of the application of yourself as that body form in the dark imagery that represents the particulars of who you think you are. The point that you have reached now in this training mechanism is nothing but the present idea, what our Master Jesus calls in the New Testament, a present memory. My Savior, Jesus Christ, said to me very simply, I am present with you now as a complete alternative to all the fear and loneliness and loss that you are expressing. I am the light of the world, and you will become that light with me. So we're looking at the particulars of how you define yourself in the message of wholeness, the presence of you here and now, in an opportunity that's available to you to accept a present alternative that will show you instantly the illusionary nature of the formulation of light form that gives you an identity. The crucial element involved in the idea of that portainment is that all of the origination of consciousness in this world is emanating from your mind. Look. Now, the application of that idea in the fundamental acceptance of your need to communicate, which is really why you're watching this video, will give you a sudden realization of a newfound capacity to operate in a different continuum procedure of light energy. First, very quickly, here's a definition of you contained in our certainty of the responsibility that you have to remember at this time and place who you really are and how you got here. Look at this. We're speaking of you. No one can suffer loss unless it be his own decision. No one suffers pain except his choice elects this state for him. No one can grieve, nor fear, nor think him sick unless these are the outcomes that he wants. And no one dies without his own consent. Nothing is occurring but represents your wish, and nothing is omitted that you choose. Here's your world right here, complete in all details. Here is its whole reality for you, and it is only here that salvation is. And I know that position's a little extreme for you and to be inclusive, yet can truth have exceptions if you're whole as you were created in the universe? If you have the gift of everything, can loss be real? Can pain be part of peace or grief of joy? Can fear and sickness enter into a mind where love and perfect holiness abides? Truth, listen, must be all-inclusive if it be the truth at all. Accept no opposites and no exceptions, for to do so is to what? Contradict the truth entirely. The evidence of your wholeness, in the restatement of who you are, in the correspondence of your own mind thought, will show you a unity that will spread gloriously in the new idea of the containment that previously represented your idea of space-time, now released at this moment. So you're watching with me the video somewhere in the space-time occupation of a continuum of time, and you're trapped within an enclosure of a definition of yourself represented in sequential time. This has been offered to you before, but the rejection that you have entertained in order to keep yourself from entering into this new frame has been the fear that it might be true. Remember that glorious introduction that we put onto this video, the ancient melody, that offers us the certainty that we can share at this time and place and occurrence that represents to us the entirety of our love for each other as an element of the inevitability of the power of mind. That's from the text of A Course in Miracles, isn't it? From Jesus, chapter 21. It says of all of the particulars going on, including this body form, are actually a part of our memories. We are remembering together in a moment of a dream of separation the truth of who we are and the discovery of that correspondence of light, will instantly replace all of the definitions of ourself that we held in the congruity of sequential time for fear of the loss of the little that we have. You have been afraid. And it's time for you now to look at the fundamental message of the self-realization that is yours, based on a basic idea that all of space and time is going on in the procedure present with us now. Time, the idea of space, lasted but a moment in your mind with absolutely no effect on the universe whatsoever. Look. Here it is. You have an idea that you were separate, but the repair was made instantly in the break in communication, because God gave his teacher to replace the one that you made, not to conflict with it. This is the call that goes on with this, within this continuum, that it's time for you to leave. And what he replaced has been replaced. Listen, time lasted but an instant in your mind with no effect on eternity. And so all time is past, and everything exactly as it was before the way to nothingness was made. I'm back with you for a moment to show you that that instant is happening right now. Look at it. That's the time. That's the time right there. That's the only time there is. You accumulate it in the idea of the sequentiality of your mind and live as a demonstration of an illusionary association of, what did we just read? Nothingness. Okay? At no instant does the illusion of your body actually exist at all. And if you'll stay with me in this procedure, we're going to begin to demonstrate some miraculous healing. Healing being nothing but the realization of the light factor that converts instantly your idea of dark form that constituted your body.